Now everyone, we're going to basically finish this site, just a few touch-up things, so so that you know. What I did with the dashboard, was I realized that there was nothing wrong with the controller. It was actually, when you send, let me get my dashboard up here. When you send these objects, they're objects, they're not arrays. That's one of the reasons why we can use this form of count and this form of count, seeing as how these are functions for objects as opposed to array counts, more or less. We have to turn it into an array first, and then we can pop the detail and the status and everything like that. So what we're going to do here is for each customer that has a status of unassigned, we're going to post them in this manner. And we'll call it dashboard unassigned. Now we'll call it dashboard cust list. Yeah, we'll do that. And then of course we'll close that out, and we'll make it an href, whatever, and we'll call this URL build. And we'll go customers, view, and then we'll add the CU ID. We'll close it out. And then we go here. Let me say, oops, sorry. We go, no, we'll just span the other one. CU, first name, CU, last name, and then we'll span class equals dashboard cust email, and we'll just put their email address, which is of course the detail email. And then from there, close out that span, close out that A, make sure I didn't close out the A earlier, because I tend to do things like that. I did not. Okay, so then we go down here, and if they're assigned to us, we go dashboard cust list, and we'll post them. We'll close that out. Make it href. One of these days I swear, I promise you, for anyone that's a real beginner and wants to get a better understanding of HTML and everything, HTML is easy. It's really not a big deal. CSS too. CSS is easy. There are some very intricate concepts involved in CSS when you're doing things like animations and what have you, but I mean, as you can see, it's time consuming, but it's not difficult. Programming is a different set of skills. It really is. The coding is just coding. It's knowing what not to screw up. It's not a big deal. It's knowing how to speak simplistic language and putting it in a certain. It's not. Coding isn't that bad, and I can show you some CSS tricks and what have you. And I will. One of these days I will. One of these days we're going to go into full tutorial mode, and we're not going to do tutorials like a lot of people do tutorials where they just explain things to you and everything. We're going to actually make a project, and I'm going to explain why I do certain things. Like, for instance, why are we doing this? Like, why are we breaking it down into a for each loop and then being able to reference it and everything? The reason is because an object is a little bit more, as you saw, the object, it's a class, it's built a certain way, and arrays are built a little bit if you do Python, it's like the difference of a dictionary as opposed to a list or something like that. You have to break it down. The reason why we say for each is for each item in this class. So the class is kind of like the parent of the array that is in there. So everything. So the identifier is the customer class, but within that customer class we have all of these different arrays of customers. We have to break down the arrays of customers from the customer class. And that's what we do with the for each. And this way we can reference it in a way that is easier for for us, instead of typing in customers, whatever, it's easier for us to sort of break it down and, you know, whatever. So that should work. If it doesn't, whoop, wrong thing, hold on. And there you go. So here are our assigned customers. This is what the available customers, being the ones that we haven't assigned yet, this is what they're going to look like. Let's kind of spruce it up a bit with some CSS. I think I'm done with you, but I don't know. Let's go to our pages. Let's go to our dashboard. Like I said, we're almost done. And I figured out the problem with the notes was I kind of just got rid of all that integration, well, that relation. I mean, again, that's one of the reasons why I do like migrations, is because you want the system to sort of put the models together, or the database modeling together on the way it understands. MySQL doesn't really give you options for foreign keys as well. You have to do things in a different way, and sometimes it just makes a mess of everything. Dashboard, I'll stop talking with my hands and start typing. Cust list, right? And dashboard cut list, we'll say margin bottom, we'll just do 5 pixels, and we'll say font size, we'll do 13 pixels. Font weight's fine. I mean, we could change the color, and we can, yeah, we'll change the color. We'll say color, and we'll just give it like a faded black, RGB, 20, 20, 20, and then we'll go text decoration, none. And we'll let it just do its thing when it hovers over. We're not going to go nuts. And then we'll go to dashboard, cust email. And we'll basically just give it some left spacing. I'll even explain when I get to that point, and I may, just once we're done with all these big-ass projects and everything, I may just kind of do a thing where I explain to you the difference between EMs, REMs, pixels, and everything. I like using, we'll just do that. I like using pixels. Why didn't you change the? Oh wait, sorry. See, like this, for instance. This is the the class was the paragraph. It was not the actual length. A. We'll go. You have to tell the A link, the href. Let's make that 10. A pixel is just one little dot on the screen, and EM is like 8 dots on the screen. Really no reason to go nuts with it, but I mean, that's fine. Let's add another customer and I'll show you. Whoops. We'll go to new. I gotta do something with those customers. Well, actually, let's just add another customer. We'll call this customer Yanni Jelani, and email is iamhere@hotmail.com. Telephone number 560-123. Address is 9122 basement apartment, Wyoming. I don't know why. I'm just putting in stupid shit. Birth date. Let's go all the way back. I don't like this date picker. It's crap. I like the ones where you can sift through the dates at a little bit more of a. Let's go all the way back. Let's say that they're really old. Yeah. Yeah, and their birthday's coming up. The same March. They're 92, yes. So now Yanni, I'm here and everything. For some reason, they have an email address. I don't know why that moved over, but whatever, it moved over. And let's now go back to our customers all. Yanni shows up because these are the only customers that aren't. And you know what we could do with this one? We could go to the index. I know what I did with my styling that moved that over, but whatever. We can go back to our index and we could just kind of, yeah, we can do the customer list in the same way. And we can add first name, last name, and we can add this. Actually, you know what? I got an idea. Let me get rid of, let's make that, let's go to customer. Let's just make this customer list. Let's not do dashboard customer. Let's just make customer list. Make our lives a little easier. And then we'll just say customer email. This way it'll be uniform throughout. And classes you can reuse. IDs you can kind of reuse, but it's better if you don't. I cheated because I reused the ID in my JavaScript. But, I mean, you could on different pages, different functions, you can reuse them. Not a big deal. I mean, we reused the public functions of index and everything like that in this. And where is, will you stop doing that? Just give me my pages. We'll just change this to customer lists. Let's get rid of that. Let's change this to customer list. And we'll just change this to customer email. All right. And did I put the customer email in there? So, okay, so I did that. Now let's go over here. And we'll add the spam class equals customer email. And then we'll just go see detail email. And we'll close that span. And there we go. Save that, and then we'll just see. No. I didn't change that. Oh, hold on. What did I? Oh, yeah, I forgot that. Always forgetting something. And then there you go. The only problem is that is still blue. Why is that? Oh, customers list. There we go. And there you go. And now we go there. That's all done now, right? The only problem is we have to work on the notes. And the issue that I had with the notes was not so much posting notes. It's that when they posted, we didn't style them yet. But when they posted, it didn't clear this out. So let me just take a look at something. Let me go back to our. Let me go back to this. New note. All right. I could comment this out, but I'm going to copy and paste it. Because I want to just see. I want to see what the cust notes looks like. Like I said, this all worked. And another thing that I had to change, you're not supposed to, let me go back here. Store. It was stupid of me. The variable that we're using, the note itself is the actual object that we're going to send to the database. So we don't want to mess with that. We wanted to store the customer ID and the user ID into the variable that we're using as the empty entity. So I just changed that note, customer ID, to new note, because that is, when you say new empty entity, what you're doing is you're taking this variable right here. You're taking, this is the table, and what you're doing with the new entity is you're taking all the different elements, the different rows in that entity, in that table entity, and you're referencing them using the same naming context. So the reason why we name all these things the same as what we have in the table and everything is so that it can automatically just say, oh, okay, body, that's the body tab, and created is the create tab and everything like that. So when we patch the entity, we're just loading the data that we have, and the only data that we have is body. So that will be loaded into the new note IRO body. But we need to load something in the customer ID and the user ID, and what we do is in the variable that's patched that we're going to use to save the note, we're saying customer ID equals the ID of this, and the user ID equals the person that's logged in. That was a mistake on my part. Again, I'm not really new to. I'm new to this version of CakePHP. The original version was a little bit different than this, but I'm still like working out the kinks with this one. I made this site once and then I just posted it again. So, but anyway, I want to see what this looks like. Let me go to JavaScript. Where is my JavaScript? Pages. Okay. I want to see what we get when we do the customer notes in HTML, because right now it says no factor notes available. When I posted it, it was good. The note pops up here, but then this is still it. I want this to go away. So if there are any notes, you don't want to see the first note and then no fucking notes. You want the no fucking notes to go away, and the first note to. That's why I wanted to do the count, but the count was causing trouble, so we're just not going to do that. Yeah, because it's an object. Yeah, fuck it. Again, the way Cake does things is just weird, so let me get rid of this for a sec. Copy, paste, and let me just go to console, log, and let me post cust notes. Let me see what cust notes says. Well, you could do alert. I used to do alert until I figured this one out. So let me just take a look. Cust notes. It looks like there's a lot of space. What I would do is kind of copy this. Because of the centering and stuff like that, so I would copy this. And... Well, actually, fuck. Hold on. Undo. Undo all that. There you go. And I guess we can go like this. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it's custom notes. I'll just have to change that. That's the only problem with this is it has to look exactly like it. And let me just, can I do it that way? No. This isn't gonna work. Hold on. Okay. You see, this is why I like to use the count. I don't like to use. Again, it's not a big deal. I can just get rid of it. Yeah, I mean, let's just get rid of it. You can do it any way you want, but we'll just get rid of it. If it equals blank, then we'll just add it. Let's go like this. So let me go to my view. No, that's the wrong view. Customers view. Here we go. If there's nothing in there, I'll just put a blank. I'll just go like this. That's all. No, that's yeah, we don't want to do that. Let's see if that works. Okay, so now that when I enter a note, this person is old. It'll pop up, successful. We just want to style it, and if we hit refresh, hold on, let me just double check. Customer ID 5, 3, this person is old, ID, yeah, hold on. Oh, because I didn't post it. Now then, we're going to put something in there. So for each notes' note, we're going to put in P class equals customer notes. Right? We don't have a customer notes, do we? Customer, no, yeah, we'll just do that. Customer notes. And we will post the N body. And then we'll go P, and then we'll go span class equals customer node date. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do that stupid fucking. And What was it? And format thing. Now we're also going to run into another problem. The other problem that I have not figured out yet, and if you can, please figure it out. Let me know in the commentary. How you can sort of reference two tables in this is something I haven't learned yet. I mean, I could try it out with you right now. What are we at in time? 20 minutes. Okay, we got time. That's right here. Ugh, where's the date? So we go format. We go created. Format. Date. So for each one that we pop, hold on, let me go back to my customers controller. So view ID. Contain notes first. Notes. Is the one. It should be notes, it shouldn't be note. If I do note, it'll freak out. Oh, and each note. And there you go. Ah, God, I can't stand that date. That date's horrible. And it tells you it's UTC, so it's just, I mean, what we could do, I could go like this, okay? So I can go, this goes against all my religious beliefs. I can go MD lowercase y G I A, and then string to time. And created. I can just do that. I mean, again, because you don't know, is it 2022, 1922? I mean, you would assume it's not. But now if I post another one, they're really old. Then it comes up there. Now we just got to style it. Okay, customer note date, customer notes. Let's go to my... Dude, can you just have these things out so I can see them? Customer notes, customer note date. Where's my view? I don't have a view. What? No. I have a customer view. Where the fuck is it? There you are. It's right here in front of my face. Customer note date. Okay. And we'll do it. Notes. We'll do it pretty much like we did before. Margin bottom. We'll do 5 pixels. We don't need it to be too much. Font size 13 pixels. Font weight we'll do a little bit brighter. Color is fine, and we'll do customer notes, customer note date. We'll do customer note date. And we'll go margin left, 10 pixels. So that looks better. I mean, I would also put in the customer note area, I would also do, or customer view notes, I would also do margin. I'd also do width 700 pixels, and then margin. We'll do the margin auto. Like that. And there you go. And then this way, if it gets like too out of hand. Now again, as I was saying, we have the notes, but we have to contain the user within the notes to see who posted this. Like I could put the ID, but if I did something like, oh, and I want to change that in the back end. Let me go to my customers controller. Oh, I said customer note. We'll just do customer notes, and then we'll do Customer note date. Note. Like that. So now if I enter a new one, God, they're old. It just pops up there. Just like that. So there, that's how you would do, you'd use CakePHP to do AJAX. The only thing, like I said, was I could try it. I can go like, yeah, let's go over here. I can go do something along the lines of, and just to see, and I would say, whoops, what am I using? Ruby on Rails? And user, I mean, we would have to go even further. We'd have to, no, username is good. I could do that, but I'm sure it's going to pop a fucking error. Like, I know that for a fact. See? So, because you have to contain it. And I can go back here and I could say notes, and then I could say note contain users find or something like that, and it will just, yeah, it still won't work. So again, if you could find a way to do that, please do. I mean, it just, it's something that's been bothering me. I would really like for you, like, when we were doing Laravel, it was a lot easier. And then if I got, so we got rid of that, let's get rid of that as well here. I mean, you could just do like an inner join or something like that if you wanted, but then there's no point in association if you do that. There's really no point to it. So that's the reason why you do association. So like with CodeIgniter, you wouldn't have to keep doing all those inner joins and shit. It does it for you, and it does a lot cleaner. But there you go, folks. There's your CRM. There you have notes. You have real-time update notes. We can go back. We can create another one. We can say new. We can say lips lickle. Lickly. Yeah, that's good enough for me. And then licklips@gmail.com. Phone numbers. Too many. And we can say they live on 100 Mount Side. And we'll say Utah again, even though I don't live anywhere near Utah. And we'll go like that. We'll say that they're pretty young. We'll say they're like, was that 15? Maybe that's too young. 19, November 25th, 18 years old. And then we have that, and then we can enter a note. Young bastard here. Pops up. We can go to our profile now. We can see that we have a picture. We can go to somebody else's if we were able to do, which we're not going to do in this one. We can edit our profile. We've done all that. We log out. We can sign. Okay, whatever. We can sign somebody else in. We'll make another user. We'll call them Problema Stuffly, I don't know, and then we'll just say their problems, because nobody knows how to type in this day and age, at AOL.com. Problem child, password 11111111. Wait, hold on. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Register. Now we have a new customer, and if you see here, these people are not. Why is that happening? I don't care. These people are not assigned to you. You see our initials and all that stuff. So everything is right there for you. I mean, this is how you would basically make a website the way we've made websites with CakePHP. So I hope this was enlightening. I hope this was a fun experience. I'm going to be gone from this channel for a little bit because I'm going to learn another framework that nobody really uses on YouTube and try to show you exactly how to make an e-commerce site. And hopefully, I'm going to try to expand my knowledge of JavaScript in certain areas. of like file readers and stuff, and then integrate it with this other framework. What framework is it going to be? Well, it's going to be PHP, and what that means, you'll find out when it happens. But I thank you all for watching. I have more for you soon to come. Stay tuned, take care, and I will see you on CD Bookman Gaming for the next few weeks or so. And as I said, while I'm doing that, I'm going to be studying another framework, which we're going to, again, PHP, and we're going to do something new that is a little bit more intricate than this simple stuff. Still going to be an introductory project, but you'll have a good time. I'll see you then.